Welcome to the Angus Report, a news program for cattle producers.
From American Angus Association headquarters in St. Joseph, Missouri, we bring you the week's top headlines, including producer concerns regarding water availability and use. We report on increasing cattle thefts in some regions, and we look at how cattlemen can earn more by documenting their Angus sired calves and capture premiums at sale time.
This is the Angus Report. Hello, I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. Farmers and ranchers must produce 70% more food in the next 50 years to meet the requirements of a growing global population. Now, while that effort will present many challenges, water availability and use rank among top concerns with cattlemen, according to a recent white paper from the King Ranch Institute for Ranch Management. Water supply, regulation, and a decaying infrastructure also present water use issues in the coming years.
Last year, in 2012, we pulled together a group of producers from around the nation, a number of water policy people, and spent 2 days talking it through, and we produced a white paper. We have decaying water infrastructure. We have water policy that's antagonistic to agriculture. We have a lack of investment in water research, lack of investment in agriculture research. So we got a perfect storm coming, an increasing demand for food, fiber, and a lack of investment in the water that we need to use in policies that are anti-agriculture. But as a group, the industry's got to take the leadership because others don't understand this critical issue. And if the 1 or 2% of us that are making our living out of agriculture don't speak up and take leadership, there's no expectation that anyone will.
Janot says producers must demand science-based and basin-specific policy development and promote private investment and collaboration regarding water use. Visit the King Ranch Institute for Ranch Management website to read the complete white paper titled Agricultural Water, Protecting the Future of Our Nation.
Antimicrobial resistance has surfaced in recent headlines due to a study from researchers in England and Denmark. Scientists claim they've used bacterial genome sequencing to demonstrate an animal-to-human link of antimicrobial resistance in 2 subjects. However, U.S. scientists claim the study is flawed, suggesting that both the people and the animals in the study could have contracted the strain from a common bacterial source. Furthermore, Scott Hurd of Iowa State University says it's unlikely antibiotics were used in the animals and cautions such studies should not influence national policy decisions regarding antibiotic use in livestock. Dr. Hurd's complete column is available at hurdhealth.com. In related news, the FDA and USDA will host a series of meetings to gather public comments on proposed rules for veterinary oversight of antimicrobial use. Meetings are scheduled through June 4th in various locations from Kentucky to South Dakota, and comments may be submitted online at regulations.gov.
Higher cattle prices are spurring cattle thefts throughout the country. The University of Missouri reports the issue is becoming a problem for producers in the southwest corner of the state, where more than 500 cattle have been stolen in the last year. Now, producers in the region are looking toward branding as a way to mitigate cattle theft in the region.
Dwayne Hughes of southwest Missouri woke up one morning to find 22 of his cattle gone. With each head valued around $1,000, Hughes says it doesn't take a mathematician to figure out it was a big financial loss. According to sheriff's departments throughout southwest Missouri, more than 500 cattle have been stolen in the last year. Farmer Keith Hankins has been hit 3 separate times, 45 cattle stolen in all.
It is more of a numbing feeling now, and it's just, kind of a hopeless situation, it seems like.
So far, no arrest. Farmers are putting locks on gates, but thieves just cut them off or cut through the fence. University of Missouri Extension livestock specialists say branding can help deter cattle thefts. MU Extension is teaming up with local law enforcement and ranchers to put on a branding workshop. Full moon nights seem to be the time the thieves prefer to strike.
When I look out my window of a night, I'm worried whether I'm going to have cattle on my pasture the next day when I go to check them.
Not all farmers have insurance to cover the loss. Every time a theft occurs, it's not only a financial hit to the farmers, but also to these rural economies. From the University of Missouri, I'm Kent Faddis reporting.
Thanks, Kent. Spring rainfall in parts of the country have alleviated drought conditions for some producers, while others wait to see if they're in for another several months of continued drought. But even if drought conditions continue during the summer months, there are strategies for managing through drought, including a smart destocking plan.
To destock quickly if you haven't received the normal amount of rain in a timely fashion, and it's obvious that you're not going to grow as much grass. So we need to protect the land, we need to protect the livestock, and we need to protect the people. And you should determine which animals you want to sell first and when they need to be sold to stay ahead of the curve. You start with the beginning inventory, what's your ending inventory, and people can use that to project. That will help you determine which class of cattle you might want to sell first. And then you can also look at the residual inventory based on those sales and say, okay, does that give me a good rebuilding opportunity? And how small can we keep the economic impact of that and still protect the land and the cattle and the people?
The Angus Report is brought to you by MERCK Animal Health. Why not prevent respiratory disease before it steals from your bottom line? Vista Once protects your calves with the most complete respiratory disease coverage available. And Vision Blackleg vaccines can add 14 pounds per calf at weaning. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
Join the team, the Beef Quality Assurance Team. Getting BQA certified shows you're committed to practices that produce the highest quality beef in the world. And by visiting BQA.org, you can take the online certification course at a time that fits your schedule and from the comfort of your home or office. You'll also find lots of helpful tips on improving animal health and animal handling practices. Get certified, BQA certified, because it's about doing the right thing. Visit BQA.org today and become a member of the BQA team.
Red Brand, the #1 name in ag fencing, has been supporting the FFA since 1946, and now they've developed a way to directly support your local FFA chapter. It's called Homegrown. Your chapter receives $1 for every roll of Red Brand livestock fence purchased by participating retailers. Start growing huge support for your chapter today. The potential is unlimited. Learn all about Homegrown and find your participating retailer by visiting redbrand.com.
Horn flies cost cattle producers nearly $1 billion a year. They interrupt grazing, cause loss of blood, and impact your bottom line. By incorporating Alticid IGR into your supplement program, you can prevent the emergence of adult horn flies. Alticid IGR will significantly reduce stress on your cattle. For pennies a day, you can control the most costly parasite and increase your profitability. Contact your feed supplier to incorporate Alticid IGR today.